What's up, guys? Psycho again with good old Fluffy, and that's another one of his decks. Since everybody wants to do the Magician Spellbook structure deck, I bought it, made it, and this deck trumps it.
I don't think it trumps it. I think they're about even.
It's about even, yeah. I guess. But it's pretty beastly.
Yeah, and if you think about it, they're both budget.
Yeah, they're both budget decks. Any deck that Fluffy has usually is budget deck. No offense to Fluff.
But like this one, I'm gonna say now. There's some cards I could be playing it, but I'm choosing not to because it's not made to go for tournaments. It's made
for locals and
it's
just
made
friends
for friends to even match because it's no fun if you got the top tier shit.
Yeah. But this is just a fun Pendulum deck that's really good. And I'm not first time playing Pendulum decks, and it was really fun.
Well, even this first time playing against me, which I would say I'm a Pendulum veteran. If there was another deck that I figured I was good at besides Dinos, it's got to be my Odd Eyes.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just go ahead and get into it.
Yep.
All Odd Eyes decks obviously have to have 3 arc pendulums.
Yeah, let me center it right here for you. We're using a tripod for once.
And then, because it's whenever your Odd Eyes card gets destroyed, you get another one, essentially. So it's a really good card. And a card that I really like comboing with it when it's in the scale is the original Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon this isn't the original, but it's a different art.
That's the dual power art. Yeah. If anybody's actually wondering.
And I'm just gonna say the reason why I say his scale effect is good because at the end of the turn, you can pop him and get a monster with 1500 attack or less to your field, and then you do that. His effect activates. You can get another Odd Eyes monster to your field, so it just fills your field up. For this next card, most builds only play 2, but I play 3 Phantom just because that burn damage, that especially earlier when we played, that saved my life. And then my Jackal King for the deck is Persona Dragon. I normally have that in scale and have a couple of them on the field just to keep some extra monsters from using their effects. And now, people I see only run one of these. I do not know why. It's a good scale 8, and its effect for Odd Eyes it's amazing because its effect makes it to where whenever an Odd Eyes card would be destroyed, it's for the first time the turn it's not destroyed. Right now, we are going to the Performapal / Odd Eyes engine, I guess you could say. This is the Odd Eyes engine, but I got some Performapals that are both Odd Eyes and not Odd Eyes. Dissolver. When it's in scale, Fusion Summon Dragons. I have all my fusion monsters except for one is dragons, so that comes up the best. Then Synchron. I didn't really use it that much in scale playing him, but I normally take him and my Persona and make Clearwing. But the most optimal way to use him is when he's in the scale, select one of your level 7 or one of your level 7 dragons that's Odd Eyes, make it a level 1 tuner. So, and then that lets you get your level 8s out. I have one Performapal Yugo Golem, just because the fact with the fusion summoning effect, it actually comes up, and also it's a scale 1, and I like having even number of scales. So I have in this deck I have 6 low scales and I have 6 high scales. So, and then I got Performapal Trump, which again does fusion summoning when it's in the Pendulum Zone. So it's really good. They'd saved my butt a couple of times too. And the only Magician card that I play is Noble Dragon Magician because I can select a Odd Eyes monster on my field if it's in my hand, special summon that make that Odd Eyes monster lose 3 levels and then special summon this. Another way to get level 7s out that for synchros. And 2 Odd Eyes that I just have because they're beaters is Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon and Odd Eyes Lancer Dragon. They're the strongest monsters in the main deck because they're both 3,000 beaters. That's really, I don't use their effects that often, so I'm not even going to say what they are. But they're just the fact that they're 3,000 attack beaters, that's why they're there. And I use Arc Pendulum to get them out most of the time. Now a Turbo Engine, 3 Dark Worm, 2 Gate 0. And, don't have to explain on that. All Pendulum decks run those. Alright, that's all the monsters. Now, for spell cards, Sky Iris protects your Performer Pals, Magicians, and Odd Eyes that are in the scales from being destroyed. And its effect lets you pop one of your scales and get an Odd Eyes monster into your scale. Using this on an Odd Eyes card while I have Arc Pendulum on the field just gives me so much advantage. And what I normally do is pop a card, Odd Eyes card in my scale if I have it, get normal Pendulum to the scale, get a Pendulum monster, and then that way I can't do it the same turn, but the next turn I'm ready to use its effect to pop. I don't think that's really I can do it on the same turn. So it normally lets me pop an Odd Eyes card twice with Pendulum Dragon and this card to get 2 Odd Eyes monsters to the field. I think that's a correct way to do it. I might be wrong. If I am, and
we're no pros. We're just having the fun.
And to get Sky Iris, 2 Terraforming.
Everybody wanted Terraforming.
A Searcher this card is one of the best, for searching or even destruction wise for one card. Is Spiral Flame Strike, which its first effect if I control an Odd Eyes monster.
That's 3 of them, right?
Yeah, that's 3 of them. If I have an Odd Eyes monster on the field, I can pop a monster on I think any card on my opponent's side of the field, or if I don't have an Odd Eyes, I can search an Odd Eyes. And then the next card, it's another Searcher. Since I have 6 monsters with Pendulum in their name, this gets me access to my best monsters. Now, 2 Dragon Shrine just to get Dark Worm to the graveyard, 1 Foolish Burial, same reason, and 1 Odd Eyes Fusion, just if I need a spell card to do a fusion summon. Now, that's all the spells. Now the extra deck.
No traps?
No traps.
No traps. Huh.
1 Zephyra Metatron. I don't really use this effect. I just use them for the 3 scales pointing down. But the monsters that I normally use, that's links, are these 2 Heretic, Seal of the Heavenly Spheres.
Honestly, it looks like a Dragon Ball Z thing.
Yeah. Or with, since they're all different colors, Infinity Stones. Just saying.
God, no.
Yeah. But him, I can tribute any card on my field to destroy I think it's to destroy a card on my opponent's side of the field. So I always tribute it because it can tribute itself, and then I get a dragon that for that turn it has 0 or a dragon that has 0 attack and 0 defense by summoning it with this effect. But then that's
is
just
the tribute a quick effect? I forgot.
Yeah, I think it's a quick effect. Yeah, go ahead and look at it. I just
try and do it while looking up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a quick effect. You contribute a monster.
Yeah. So it's a good way to save either make more link material or fodder. I don't go to him often. I'm thinking about taking him out, but
a lot of burn if you can get him out.
Yeah, a lot of burn, and then he can, and with 2,900 attack points, he can push over just about almost anything. This card, I love this card. It just the turn it comes out. It gains attack, from another monster's attack, and then I can target a monster and copy its effects. So it just now for a negate, another negates is 2 Vortex Dragons. And the thing that I love doing this, I did this earlier, I had to where I had Arc Pendulum on the field, and I fusion summoned this normally with a few, regular fusion. And every time my buddy here got rid of it, it just comes back.
Yep.
And then I can bounce a card back to his hand. And he learned pretty quick that he can't just get destroyed this while Arc Pendulum's on the field. Yep. So kudos to you. Okay, now for Synchros. Ignister, when it gets summoned, I can bounce a card. It's 2,850 attack. That's pretty good. Now, I don't have Crystal Wing, but I plan on getting it. So instead of having Crystal Wing, I have Stardust Dragon. Even though it's Destruction Negate, that comes up still. And then Clear Wing, probably my best Synchro, just because level 5s can't do any of their effects. So, and then a card that I only go rarely into, but I didn't go into it that often today, is Meteor Burst Dragon. And that's just because when I summon him, I can take a Pendulum monster in my scale, special summon it. So if I gotta go for a game and I need the attack power, and I got one of my one of my big Odd Eyes monsters in the scales, I bring it to the field and just go for game. Yep. Now for XEs, 2 Absolute, just for the negates for attacks, and when it goes to the graveyard, the optional ability to get an Odd Eyes card from my extra deck and special summon it. So, and then I got Big Eye, just steal a monster. It's great. And then for an OTK maker that I could have made earlier, but I chose not to, Supreme King Dark Rebellion. I think it's the best version of Dark Rebellion, and it's great.
So a lot of bounce, a lot of negates, a few snatch steals. It's a decent deck. It's actually not terrible to go against. I'd rather go against this deck than his Dino deck.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like the video, subscribe maybe, and have a good one, guys.